has been said, those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. Don't know the history of communism and the failings that it has experienced and the widespread suffering that it has caused throughout history. Don't know the history of the American Indians, who, because of the thirst for European conquest, lost their whole culture and way of life. Don't know the history of the Democrat Party, who were the original sponsors of slavery, the KKK, oppression, and so forth and so on. And now, because we don't know our history, we stand on the verge of repeating it. Most people aren't willing to accept that they're part of the problem. What do I mean? Well, this is what I mean. By continuing to support the corporations and platforms that, quite literally, we all know by now, are undermining our system, we have become part of the problem. Every time we post some meaningless dribble about our day, or some other inconsequential information that distracts everyone else from what's really going on right underneath our noses, we make it possible for these corporations and companies to undermine our system and our way of life. They are the invaders. Here's the sad fact of American history. Had the Indians taken the threat from the European conquerors more seriously, they could have driven them into the sea. But they had better things to do. They had to prepare for the winter, and go on buffalo hunts, and so forth and so on. So they never organized nationwide. And because they weren't willing to do so, lost their way of life. And it's basically the same situation that we face today. People got better shit to do. They don't want to leave Facebook and move on to another platform. They don't want to take the time to learn how to operate in a new system. So they keep doing the same old things that basically embolden the very people who are trying to undermine our system, like I said before. And in the end, when history proves what history always proves, when people don't know their history, they're doomed to repeat it. We won't have anyone to point the finger of blame at except for ourselves.